Josh Malerman has rocked literally dozens of multi-purpose rooms. He's played in front of crowds of screaming 10-year-olds, as well as their slightly scared parents and grandparents. He's wailed so hard, he's made teens momentarily forget how to text message. And more often than not, he's caused librarians to seriously consider purchasing earplugs. All because the High Strung frontman and guitarist has a tendency to do the one thing you're not supposed to do at a library. Make a hell of a lot of noise. Marshall stack size noise. Wow. I'm gonna have to get a bigger amp. Shot heard around the reference desk noise. And libraries love it, because Malerman and his cohorts, drummer Derek Burke and bass player Chad Stocker, are part of a revolution, or at least as much of a revolution the Dewey Decimal System will allow. The Detroit Trio has spent the last 2 summers playing public libraries. Not because the High Strung write songs about frogs driving tractors or dogs that fart. They write about booze, sex, and curious people. Oddly consistent with most of the books in your average library. That's good. And also consistent with what interests a lot of teens, which is the catch.
Booze, sex, and
the High Strung is a part of a quiet coup d'etat to change the image of the library, helping it shed its dusty reputation as a pit of boredom and hopefully become a place kids, particularly teens, might want to actually hang out. And honestly, I actually believe it's helping, Malerman says. We're getting people to rethink their library, which is exactly what Bill Harmer, the teen librarian at a suburban Detroit library, was hoping for when he first decided to book the band 2 years ago. He wanted the library to be more than a warehouse for Harry Potter. He wanted it to shimmer.
Ooh,
he pitched his idea to Malerman, an author himself. Malerman writes thrillers on the side. He signed on in an instant. The reason we said yes to this is because it was different, he says. We could have just circled the country playing bars like every other band, but there were no other bands doing this. And we found out libraries are this unbelievably untapped circuit where we get to play all ages shows all the time. It completely shocks us. And the kids. The High Strung isn't a simple band. While the group has its roots in traditional power pop, the trio always finds a way to complicate the formula, like He's Got No Soul. The track could have been an easy bit of indie rock, but then Stocker starts thumping his bass like he's a low-end Steve Vai, his fingers sprinting through intricate runs.
Steve Vai.
Burke rides his hi-hat like he's a Mustang to be tamed. And Malerman's lyrics may or may not be about a couple of demons marveling at a new arrival that, well, lacks a soul, and it creeps them out. Or there's The Curator, a clanging track about the head of a museum that takes down all the famous works and then hangs his own, all while chanting his mantra of personal power, I've got the keys. Or maybe You're Coming Down With It, which features a chorus plucked from the Byrds, hate that, and ringing guitar harmonies. Basically, the band is anything but traditional library stuff. So when those multi-purpose rooms fill up with kids, often there to see what will be their first official concert, what exactly will happen is usually up for grabs. There have been 14 fifth graders with their hands over their ears. There have been 400 fans all giddy to see the band. These things usually go about 1 in 5 ways, Malerman says. It all just depends on the librarian. If they work hard and get the word out, then the shows are great. I don't say get the word out. If not, if they don't show what to do with the band or aren't sure this is what the library is for, then the shows aren't. But no matter what, they're always interesting, just like a good book.
That's a good.
I like that.
I know, it's great. This is the dude that
Really sensational.
I know. This is the guy that did when we were in Des Moines. Remember I did an interview when we were in Des Moines, and he lives in Des Moines, but he writes for this paper. Isn't that weird? Look at this picture. I wish that was the cover of our album.
Advertising your show?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. The highest. We should just put High Strung at your local library. All ages, 6 p.m. Where's my wallet? We gotta do that.
Mustang, come on Mustang.
Yeah.
Come on, Mustang.
Mustang
like
Derek. All right.
I'm into the low end.
I will not
Steve
be
Vai.
tamed.
That is cool.
Low end Steve Vai.
I'm down with that. Sure.
Yeah, that's great. That's great.
I'm a cheese ball.